Warning, the views and beliefs in the following program does not reflect the views of Boom Broadcasting. We give full creative control to our creators and do not believe in cancel culture. Ladies and gentlemen, viewer discretion is advised.
Live from the MOWM studio, Boom Broadcasting presents The Nightcap. And your host of The Nightcap, mouthing off with Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Nightcap here on Boom Broadcasting, hosted by yours truly. I am the Mike that likes to mouth off. I am mouthing off with Mike. And we are back here once again. Last weekend was an incredible weekend full of professional wrestling. We are at the end of the week. And of course, we've got one final wrestling show to discuss here. Friday Night Smackdown out here in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. To be honest, before we even get into the individual stuff that took place on SmackDown here tonight, I have to say SmackDown was a very good show tonight, top to bottom. There was some good action, there was some good story progression, and there was even a good setup for the future here for us, with a lot of the backstage segments, with a lot of the in-ring work and a lot of the promos here. Overall, a very enjoyable episode of SmackDown. I had a good time watching it. We're going to start off here with the beginning of Friday Night SmackDown. John Cena kicking off SmackDown here with the crowd in Montreal chanting, "Thank you, Cena," for what felt like an eternity. It was a very beautiful moment. You know, obviously over the last 5 months, we've seen John Cena in a different light. You know, he wanted to ruin pro wrestling. He was the last real champion, the never seen 17. He was selling his soul to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and using Travis Scott as a weapon to win matches and get himself on top and become a 17-time champ. That's all in the past. As we know, last Friday, it's about a week to the date, John Cena turned heel, turned face again. So within the last 5 months, we've seen a John Cena heel turn and a John Cena face turn on this tour. He's officially a good guy. He's officially back to his old self. We've got the graphics on the entrance. We've got him talking to Stu, running down the ramp, doing the salute, hustle, loyalty, respect, running the ropes. He's doing all the classic John Cena things that we have come to know and love over the last 25 years of his long tenured career in professional wrestling. And tonight is no different. Tonight, once again, he has to acknowledge the Brock Lesnar return. Now, if you've been living under a rock, or as I like to say, if you've been living under Dwayne, you know, last Sunday at SummerSlam, night 2, the closing moments of the show was the return of the Beast incarnate, the Beast, Brock Lesnar. He hit John Cena with an F5, shocking the world, rattling the professional landscape of professional wrestling. Journalists, dirt sheets, news, all of the people unknown to any of these insiders, these dirt sheets, these reporters, these journalists, unknown to all of them, the Beast returns and he sets his sights on John Cena. Tonight, John Cena told us that on his tour, he didn't really expect to have to face a Brock Lesnar. It would never be his decision to pick an opponent like Brock Lesnar. So we saw this week in the media and after SummerSlam last week that Triple H had stated that John Cena requested Brock Lesnar on this retirement tour. John Cena this week in the media had even said, well, they line him up, I knock him down. Even tonight, John Cena doubling down on that sentiment that he didn't personally pick Brock Lesnar to be his opponent. Now, we know kayfabe and the Unreal documentary and everything going on with professional wrestling doesn't really exist anymore. That curtain's been pulled down and we can see the man behind the machine now. But Cena doubling down on that sentiment makes me believe that he's telling the truth and that he didn't, in fact, pick Lesnar, and Lesnar has just been lined up for him on this tour. But that was the biggest piece of this promo that I took out. The fans, everything, him giving his rah-rah speech. But that part right out there stood out to me the most when it came to Lesnar. Logan Paul interrupts John Cena. And Logan Paul has challenged Cena to a match at Clash in Paris. And that match is official, ladies and gentlemen. John Cena versus Logan Paul, Clash in Paris, August 31st, 2 o'clock Eastern Time, 11 o'clock Pacific Standard Time for my West Coasters. John Cena versus Logan Paul was an inevitable stop on the John Cena retirement tour. It was inevitable. It was. We knew it was going to come at some point. And it is finally here. It took until John Cena turning back to his old self to get there, but it's happening. We have, as my man Mr. OTM over there pointed out to me on Twitter earlier, we have 9 appearances left for John. One of those we know is guaranteed to have a Logan Paul match. The other one of those appearances guaranteed to have a Brock Lesnar match in some capacity. So that takes 2 out of your 9 away. That leaves us 7 John Cena dates left. That number 7 is very interesting because if you look at the tour, you see that we started off with a little bit of John's past, his present, but we have yet to get to the future. And I think the starting of that happens post Logan Paul, Brock Lesnar. Logan is the present, Lesnar is the past, Punk was the past, R-Truth was the past and the present. Cody Rhodes is the present and the future, so to speak, in this regard. Obviously, he's mixed it up in the Royal Rumble, the Elimination Chamber, so he's had interactions with a couple different roster members, so be it. But we have yet to see the future of WWE cross paths with John on this retirement tour. Yes, Logan is the future, but he's also the present. He's the present and the future. I'm talking the future of WWE in the sense of a Braun Breaker, in the sense of Carmelo Hayes, Dirty Dominic Mysterio, Ilya Dragunov, if he is on the mend and he's supposed to be rumored to be coming back soon, that's a name I'd like to see involved here. There's a few other names, that of the past that we have yet to see. AJ Styles comes to mind. Seth Rollins. Now, if we don't get to Seth, that's fine. I understand that they've had some good matches. We've kind of run that course out back 2014, 2016. So I would not be mad at that. But I'd like to at least get one more AJ Styles match. We have yet to see Cena lock up with Gunther, the Ring General. The Ring General is free and clear now since he dropped the World Heavyweight Championship to CM Punk, who then cashed in on by Seth Rollins at SummerSlam. Gunther's out with an injury, deviated septum, timeline unknown, so that could be something that happens towards the tail end of this. I personally, I'm all aboard the John Cena retirement tour train, but I do have my critiques that come with it. And depending upon what my schedule looks like, I might very well drop some content for all of you on Mouthing Off with Mike Wrestling podcast on YouTube and audio, where maybe I rebook or finish booking the John Cena retirement tour. I digress. Motor City Machine Guns versus the MFT, My Family Tree, Solo Sikoa. Tonight it was Tala Tonga and JC Mateo taking on Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley of the Motor City Machine Guns. And the Motor City Machine Guns, your tag team's favorite tag team, lost to the MFT. Shocking, to say the least. But we're resetting the tag division after an incredible TLC, after an incredible tag team division we've seen on SmackDown. We're resetting it. We're adding some new teams. We're upping the ante a little bit, which I like. Fresh faces. Tag team division is flourishing. It's a damn shame they can't just click Control-C, Control-V on the Raw side and just copy and paste what they're doing here on SmackDown, but on Raw. It's unfortunate. All it would really take is to do something similar on Raw. You have the tag teams. Just do it. Nike, baby. So that's my one complaint here is that Raw tag division is just an afterthought. It doesn't exist. It never existed. It's an illusion. It's a mirage. It's non-existent. The SmackDown tag division is in your face, won't let you forget it, won't let you miss out on it, and it always delivers when you give it the time. So MFT getting involved in the tag division, so be it. Fine by me, baby. Another tag team, freshen up that division, keep things hot and fresh and rolling. But it transitions us into a match with Solo Sikoa, the United States champion, against Montreal's own Sami Zayn. And they had a little fun match here. Obviously, the MFT tried to get involved. Sami Zayn kept them at bay. He gets his offense in. Solo loses to Sami Zayn. 1, 2, 3. Clean, middle of the ring on SmackDown. Now, Sami is a Raw superstar. And he just beat the U.S. champion on SmackDown. So he beat him, which means Sami Zayn is due for a U.S. title shot. So I would not be surprised next week if Sami Zayn takes on Solo Sikoa for the United States Championship. There's a strong chance that match ends up happening. But it did not expect to see Sami Zayn. Should have known better. We're in Montreal, home city, home state, home country, I should say, not home state, home province. So good to see Sami here. Crowd ate it up, loved it. Sami gets a big win here. So I guess technically he's the number one contender for the U.S. Championship. The Wyatt Six have a new VHS tape that aired tonight, which was really good. I like the direction we're heading with the Wyatt Six. I like the direction that we're heading with the VHS tapes being back. I think that is what we need for them. And they kind of did explain, they kind of explained the reasoning and kind of what their motivations are for the tag team division, and the fact that they won't steer us in a different direction. They won't lead us astray. They won't betray us. It's very interesting knowing the history of the Wyatts and the Wyatt family and Bray and everything involved. When you look at what we're getting with this group, Nikki Cross talked, Joe Gacy had some words, Eric Rowan cleaned it up for us and took us home here. So I recommend you go back and you pick and choose what you hear in this little video, because there are some little details and things that I'm sure we may have missed in its initial viewing. So I was happy to see it. I'm happy the Wyatt Six are getting time to develop and tell their story the way they want to and the way Bo wants to, and how Bray probably would have wanted it. So I'm happy to see that taking place here. That is a win for me tonight. That's a huge win for me. Because of that, I'm going to just kind of talk a little bit about the other backstage segments that we saw here on SmackDown, which was with the Street Profits DIY, B-Fab and Candice LeRae. Candice LeRae does, in fact, have a massive bruise on her leg from going through the ladder at the TLC match last week at SummerSlam. Thankfully, she did not break her leg, which I thought when I first saw that happen. So glad to see that's the case. But we're getting Street Profits DIY next week on SmackDown, and Carmelo Hayes and The Miz, some tension bubbling. Melo back on TV tonight, which was great to see. Melo and The Miz have a tag team match next week on SmackDown, which is more than likely going to spell the end of Miz and Melo. And Melo is awesome. Yeah, just whatever. End it. It's fine. Melo clearly wants some opportunities in the singles division, and he wants to wrestle. We saw last week, hashtag we want Melo go viral on Twitter, trending number 3 during SmackDown last Friday. So this is the direction that I expected them to take, and then get Melo right back on television. So good for them. I like it. It works. Alexa Bliss and Charlotte are here, the new women's tag team champions. And this is working, by the way. This is absolutely working. This is working so well that I would hate to see them break up anytime soon. I'd hate to see them not be a tag team. I'm so entertained, enthralled by the dynamic of Charlotte and Alexa, and Charlotte being, well, we're not really friends, and Alexa being bratty to her, and them going back and forth, but them still somehow being on the same page. It makes for really good television, and that's what we got here tonight. Charlotte Flair has a gift for Alexa Bliss, aka a gift for her, because she is the queen and she still has an ego. It's a cake. Congratulations, Charlotte. Plus, Alexa, P.S., happy birthday on the cake. 10 out of 10, great work there. But the part that really got me was a great callback to some years ago with Charlotte and Alexa Bliss. When Alexa gave Charlotte Charlie, the doll. As you know, Lily, the doll, Alexa's doll, infamous Lily. Back here a few years ago, Charlotte and Alexa had a little feud going on, and Alexa was going through a little spooky timeline. As you see, the hair and the leather skirt. This was right around the Fiend storyline, and she gifted Charlotte Charlie, the doll here. Well, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, all those years later, about 6 years later, here we are back again. Charlie is back, and Charlie is back here with Charlotte as the surprise gift for Alexa. She gifts Alexa Charlie so Lily and her can match with their little We're Not Friends t-shirts, and they are both tag team champions. So both Lily and Charlie are not friends, but they are both champions, much like Alexa and Charlotte are not friends, and they are tag team champions. This was a 10 out of 10 for me. I'm not one to give 10s out of 10s, perfect scores, but this right here, this was a 10 out of 10 segment for me. I enjoyed every second of this, even to Chelsea Green and the Secret Hervis interrupting this impromptu celebration, birthday celebration. And we get Chelsea Green versus Charlotte Flair. And of course, the cake has to be involved here. As soon as I saw the cake, I said, someone's getting put in that cake. Someone's getting their face smushed in a cake. And tonight, that did in fact happen. Chelsea Green ended up getting unpretty heard by Charlotte in the cake after Alba and her tried to set it up where they would give Charlotte the unpretty her. But this time, Chelsea gets face full of cake, and she taps out to the figure 8. And Alexa and Charlotte eat cake and celebrate while Chelsea shrieks and has a panic attack there in the middle of the ring. Once again, 10 out of 10, Chelsea Green. Round of applause. 10 out of 10. No notes. Chelsea Green is the greatest women's professional wrestler of all time. She's the greatest. She is the funniest. She is so good at what she does. She maximizes everything given to her. All the time that she gets, she maximizes that time. And no matter what, if you get 2 minutes of Chelsea or 20 minutes of Chelsea, she makes you remember her. She gives you memorable moments. Whether you laugh about them, you can be angry about them, she makes you remember her. You can't ask for someone better to have in your company than a Chelsea Green. 100%. What she is able to do in the little time that she gets and the little segments that she gets is remarkable. Wrestlers should be taking notes. Matt Cardona should be taking notes, and he is the indie guy. Every wrestler should be taking notes. It's to the point where it's like my dream match between the two is Chelsea Green and Toni Storm with their gimmicks. The Secret Hermes gimmick with Timeless Toni Storm, that right there would be so entertaining. I would be thriving. And of course, the main event tonight, John Cena, Cody Rhodes versus Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre, a mega main event for Montreal. Didn't see this one on my bingo card tonight. Didn't think John Cena would be performing on Smackdown, but he was, and he did. And he looked damn good too. So did Cody. But before we get there, backstage, John Cena and R-Truth have an interaction, which basically rewrites the last 5 months of television. We know R-Truth snapped and he lost his mind, when Cena lost his mind. And they're telling the story that they're basically selling it off that R-Truth was the one doing it. John's going, I can't believe that you tried to ruin wrestling in 5 months and this and that. And it was great. And they do the little mirror thing where they both put their hands up, they both look. And this was a 10 out of 10 segment. R-Truth saying, he's back. He's really back. He's back. Being all happy, and R-Truth going, well, if he's back, then I'm going back to my old ways. So R-Truth's going to go back to his old ways now. That whole thing is over and done with. Whatever they tried to work out story-wise with evil R-Truth and more serious R-Truth fell right on its face, just like the John Cena heel turn. So both of them are simultaneous. They're tied together in history. Both heel turns failed. A John Cena heel turn and an R-Truth heel turn happen simultaneously, and they both fail, and they both are then rewritten and forgotten about, and just Men in Black style, look here, click. It never happened. John Cena was never a heel. R-Truth never did what he did. It never existed. It never happened. They're trying to basically rewrite the last 5 months, and I don't blame them. It sucked. It was a bad idea from terrible creative. Straight up. So they rewrote it, and we're back. John Cena, R-Truth, they're back to their old ways, and I've never been happier to see them interact on my television screen here than I did tonight on SmackDown. So for what it was worth, tonight was a very entertaining episode of SmackDown. It made me laugh. It made me interested in the future, and it made me question this John Cena retirement tour, to be honest with you. I want to see at least one tag match with Cena and R-Truth. Me too, Sean. Me too. I'd like to see Cena and Truth have a tag team match, on an episode of SmackDown or something, just so Truth can be like, I tagged with my childhood hero, and just rewrite that whole nonsense that we saw the last 5 months of R-Truth being evil and John Cena being evil when it never worked to begin with. But John Cena and Cody Rhodes, they make a fun tag team. It's the old guard. It's the new guard. It's the former face of the company and the current face of the company going up against the outsider Logan Paul, who doesn't believe he's an outsider, and the Scottish psychopath Drew McIntyre. This right here, we know Logan and Cena is official for Clash in Paris. It is official. Logan versus John Cena, singles action, Clash in Paris. That leaves us the Brock Lesnar match for John Cena, which will probably take place on the premium live event following that, which I believe is in September, which I believe would be Crown Jewel in Australia. Then October's Crown Jewel in Australia. I don't believe we have a premium live event in September for WWE. Let's take a look. We do not. We do not have a PLE in September. So that would mean that John Cena and Logan Paul would be Clash in Paris. And then that would mean John Cena and Brock Lesnar would probably happen. We don't have a premium live event in September. So John Cena and Brock Lesnar would probably take place in Crown Jewel, Perth, Australia, October 11th. Then Survivor Series is the 29th. And we have a bunch of dates in between there on John Cena's retirement tour. So realistically, out of the 9 dates we have left, plus the two, the match with Logan and tonight's date, we don't have that much left of John Cena here on this tour, so I don't know reasonably where you're going to fit Mello, Breaker. You're not fitting any of these guys. Dirty Dom, Gunther. I don't know what we're doing here, but I think I'm motivated here to come up with some content for you guys at some time this weekend or this week where I do book the end of the John Cena farewell tour from this point going forward. So I think that's what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna bust it out for you. For the people. This match doesn't get a winner. It was never supposed to get a winner. Logan Paul low blows John Cena. Ironic, ain't it, John? Ain't it, John? All these times you were hitting these people with low blows, and now look at what you reap, what you sowed. Now you just got blowed by Logan Paul. And then Drew McIntyre beats the living holy shit out of Cody Rhodes. Hits him with a Claymore, laying on the ground through the announce table front. Puts Cody right through it. So it's safe to say we have figured out 2 matches for Clash in Paris. Match number 1, John Cena and Logan Paul. Match number 2 will more than likely be Drew McIntyre against the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, for the WWE Championship. Probably in Paris, if not Paris, very soon after that. I don't think Drew McIntyre wins, but hell, stranger things have happened, and I could see them trying to get the title on Drew here, force the title on Drew. Cody gets to be a 2-time champion. Yeah, the second title run would be a month and a half long. Cody gets to be a 2-time champ. Drew gets to be a champion again. Might set us on an interesting course for the rest of this year. Obviously, I don't think Cody's going to drop the title just yet, but I could very well see Drew beating Cody in Clash, and Cody's written off TV for a bit. Cody might be written off TV after this attack tonight, because we know the filming for the movie that him and Roman are in, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, one or the other. I don't remember which one it is. Mortal Kombat, I think it is. Don't hate me. I'm not an expert on all these things. So we know Roman is written off television for that. And we know Cody is going to be filming too. Now, I don't know what Cody's filming schedule is looking like for this and everything in between. But if tonight was a way to keep Cody off television for the next couple weeks, then I don't expect to see Cody at Clash. If that is not the case and Cody's back next week or the week after, then I expect to see Cody versus Drew happen at Clash, just like John Cena and Logan Paul is happening at Clash. It'll be very interesting, to say the least, but I could see them drop the title off Cody at Drew to Drew. Cody goes away for a bit to film this movie post August 31st, and then he comes back and gets his title back or goes for the title again. To be honest, very unpredictable with the Cody title reign. I didn't expect Cody to get the title back at SummerSlam. Now that he has it, makes me think that he's not going to keep the title for a long time. It's not going to be another year reign for Cody. I would expect Cody to have the title for a few months, maybe 6 months max. Roman and Cody Street Fighter. Okay, so it's Street Fighter. So yeah, so more than likely tonight was a way to get Cody either off TV or to set up a feud against Drew to then give us the eventual write-off of Cody to film this movie. Roman got beat up again on Raw, but now Roman is supposedly rumored to be on television in 2 weeks. So makes me think this filming is not happening until September. Let's see. Set to begin filming in August 2025 in Sydney, Australia. So it's supposed to start filming this month. So I'm assuming Roman and Cody will be gone for a couple weeks. They'll be back right in the mix for Clash in Paris. Have Clash in Paris, probably get called to do reshoots, yada, 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 other things. So I could expect them missing 2 weeks of August, being back for final 2 weeks of August, maybe missing September, or at least a week or two in September. And then we're on the road to Crown Jewel in Australia. And then right after that, Survivor Series. But yeah, good SmackDown tonight. It's kind of a power nightcap here, power run, marathon nightcap. Lot to talk about when we come out of the Cena retirement tour and what we have in front of us left. Lot to talk about what we just came out of when it comes to the Cena retirement tour. To the point where I'm motivated to drop some mouthing off with Mike content for all of you. So stay tuned to my social medias. I'll drop it. Not sure when I'll have a chance to record it, but I do want to record it. And I'll probably rebook the Cena retirement tour. I'm sure everybody's probably already doing it, but maybe I'll be the first to do it, and maybe you guys will like it. My creative ideas are a little bit different than, say, somebody like Mark from Booking Like a Mark or a Sean here. So You might enjoy Mark's rebooking. You might enjoy Sean's rebooking. You might enjoy my rebooking. Everyone's got a different cup of tea that they enjoy. But that's it for me here on the Nightcap. I had a good time watching Smackdown. I hope you guys enjoy this expedited version of the Nightcap. 30 minutes out the door, hot and fresh. If it's not delivered to your door in 30 minutes or less, it's free. Technically, the Nightcap is free, so I don't really owe you guys any money. Make sure you subscribe to Boom Broadcasting, subscribe to Mouthing Off with Mike Wrestling Podcast. Stay tuned to my socials for the official release date for the John Cena rebooking video. I'll have it out to you guys as soon as I possibly can. Thanks for watching the Nightcap, guys. I'm out of here. Have a great weekend. I'll see you back here Monday for Monday Night Raw.